right, everyone, we're back for our second round, and currently we still have Count Cranberry because our other comms are currently on a PB pace, and we're certainly not going to make someone stop on a PB pace to come back. So Count's going to join me until our other comms can join. So good luck to Sephi finishing that run. So Count is going to be back with me.
Yep, much love to Sephi. Send some good vibes his way, but stay here in this channel to watch this race because it's going to go off. Race 2, Diddy versus Nevdi. We saw race 1. Nevdi took a pretty good lead right off the start, and they followed kind of a similar course. But this time we've got week 6 settings, so a little different. Vincent, you want to talk us through what week 6 looks like?
So week 6 settings give us Chozo, which means that the Chozo statues spread across the game contain all of the minimum number of items necessary to beat the game. So that includes the missile packs needed, supers, the E-tanks, the reserve tank, and then the major items needed. So that's where the majors are. So this kind of restricts where that your players are looking. And it gives us, a little bit more linear approach because the players know where all those Chozo statues are, and we're going to see some areas checked that you don't normally see checked in just a normal rando. But it also means with light area, it means that the routing is going to be a little less complicated than it was in week 7 with the full area rando. Criteria only has a limited number of locations it can lead to, so the tracking becomes a little bit easier for the runners. And then boss shuffle, as usual, you're going to see the bosses in different locations. We tend to see 2 swapped and usually some vanilla, but I think last race we actually had 4 non-vanilla bosses.
Yeah, they all played a little bit of musical chairs, shuffled all the way around. And just to give a little bit more context to kind of the differentiation between full area and light area. Full area, every area transition can lead to any other area transition. So you could, step through the portal on the other side of Moat and wind up in Lower Norfair. In light area, however, the area maintains the number of connections that it has to other areas. So kind of a simple example, wrecked ship has 1 connection to Crateria and 1 connection to East Meridia. Those 2 connections will be maintained, but it can be any portal in Crateria or either of the East Meridia portals. And it can be on either side of wrecked ship.
Right, so it creates a little bit of variety, but it's definitely not as complicated as full area. So it's really if you're getting into running these and you want to try something that's a little bit less crazy, it's really a good way to get into some level of area randomization.
Yep, for sure. I would just say, jump in the deep end and go full area, but that's just me. I will say Chozo has some interesting logical changes because the logic only considers what is on the Chozo statues as what you would need to get progression. You see some interesting changes in that things like the items behind Croc, the Chozo statue behind Croc, you need Charge Beam for whatever is behind Croc to be in logic. Same with Ridley, same with Botwoon. Pretty much any boss that requires more than 2 super packs or 2 regular missile packs. So it kind of lets you do a little bit more calculation about what items might be in what places and locations.
And this is something runners who have run these seeds more often are going to have a much easier time deciding these and figuring these out. This is another nice thing. The players are able to escape bomb trees right away and not have to deal with them.
Yep, for sure.
This is another example. This is an item we don't see checked a lot, right? We don't see 230 checked in normal rando, but in full countdown like we just witnessed, and in Chozo, we see 230 checked all the time, because as we just saw, it showed 230 was holding speed.
Yep, and I will make a note that our runners did find power bombs. Power bombs seems to be in Chozo the kind of the decider of how trolly the seed is going to be. We've seen some Chozo weeks where power bombs is hidden way, way, way deep in the seed. But this time around, looks like we're going to have a little bit more of a linear path.
And I immediately check this quick transition and see that we've got red tower.
Or one red tower transition, so there's only one of those criteria. And that's the other thing about light area that's interesting, because you kind of maintain the normal transitions between areas. Red Tower becomes kind of a hub. You have to go through Red Tower to get to Upper Norfair, and Upper Norfair only connects in and out through Red Tower. So finding that portal, that transition to Upper Norfair is pretty important, but it also makes Red Tower be a little bit of a bottleneck.
Let me see that. Oh wow! So Green Bryn is the vanilla transition, and we see players are going to get some delicious pancakes. That gravity suit showing up this early. The last race we were 30 minutes in with only 3 majors, and we did find Varia. We found Varia in the same area in the last seed.
Yeah, it was at early supers instead of on the Chozo statue, but very close by. So kind of getting some echoes of the previous race. Diddy only a couple of door transitions behind Nevdi, opting to take the same route. Didn't explore Red Tower, opting instead to check that other criteria transition and finding Green Bryn Star. So we'll see if we see any divergence coming up. To talk a little bit of strategy, this was Nevdi's pick. He picked week 6. What can you read into that, knowing what the week 6 settings are and why Nevdi might have picked this week?
Maybe just again runner comfort. Nevdi maybe knows the Chozo logic better and is more comfortable with it. And usually the players are going to choose something they feel more comfortable with. There's also the potential that they're choosing something they know their opponent might be less comfortable with.
Yep, absolutely. Both very good strategies to employ.
But Nevdi being the veteran randomizer runner, he is really probably comfortable in any of the settings, but probably also for a lot of reasons wanted to back off mentally after that last run, because that one can be quite a brutal mind play, going through full countdown, full area rando, full boss shuffle, and this is a little bit less mentally taxing.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, and one of the things that I think we've heard about week 6 is that you do have the potential for trolley seeds where they might hide power bombs from you, but by and large, these settings do tend to be a bit more linear than kind of the other weak randomizers, and so Nevdi, if Nevdi feels like he has a movement advantage, might pick the more linear seed because it would just amplify that movement advantage.
100% agree.
Diddy giving us a little bit of speed booster swag, sparking across that room.
Love it. Gotta love when you see sweet movement strats.
We're gonna see a couple more door transitions here. We've seen 1 to criteria, so there should be 1 more criteria and 1 red tower. And that's our criteria, so we know that red tower is going to be at the bottom of Green Bryn Star.
So this is the difference between that major minor category. We saw, waterway in major minor was an area that, did see some checks based on, runners having speed or not, or having gravity or not. And in here, it's not necessary because even though it's a major item in other runs, here it's just a regular minor. So here's our first E-tank from one of the Chozo statues.
Yeah, but that's another really good point. Our runners don't have Varia yet, so hell runs are potentially on the table. But you need to have E-tanks from Chozo statues to put those hell runs into logic. So even though Nevdi has 4 E-tanks, that doesn't mean that those hell runs are in logic yet until he finds those E-tanks on Chozo statues.
I do love seeing the Kirby ship. I love the different customization options that players get.
Diddy doing the Gauntlet Spark. I love to see it.
I'm a little partial to the Starship Enterprise.
Very solid ship options. So Diddy, going back to check Gauntlet, this probably makes sense to route in now. There's probably not another good time to do it in the route just based on the way light area usually plays out. Unfortunately, doesn't pay off as much as I think Diddy would have liked. Just Spring Ball, which, has its uses, but probably not the kind of game changer he would have liked to have seen, like a charge beam or a high jump boots.
No, and unfortunately, those are definitely, we know the best of the best items that we're looking for, and just Spring Ball is not one of them, unless it comes into play in some difficult routing. But Chozo logic doesn't require that.
I do like the play. The hunt for charge is almost amplified in Chozo logic just because of what it unlocks logically, and you're not making as many minor checks in Chozo as you would say a full countdown. So I think this was a good choice by Diddy. It just unfortunately didn't pan out.
You see a moat spark from Diddy.
Vanilla wrecked ship, interesting. Now, if this is fan tuned here at Wrecked Ship, this could be big for Diddy potentially.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, Nevdi doing the ice hell run, grabbing this Chozo statue.
That's another E tank. That's the second E we've seen.
I believe ice is in logic with 3 E-tanks, or 2 in a reserve. So having an E-tank behind ice is interesting. I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to make any assumptions about what that says about the seeds logic, but it almost would suggest that you might need Varia to get to it if you have E-tanks behind hell runs.
I would guess. We're going to see what we see. We've got Dragon being fought on Diddy's side here.
Now this will potentially unlock Plasma, which is a Chozo location. But that is
Plasma.
Pretty out of the way.
Nevdi on the right does have Plasma. So, Spazer Beam, we knew you very little. We are not sad to see you go.
Rip Spazer. And Space Jump at high jump boots. Gives us an easy way to potentially check the X-ray location which is another Chozo. Nevdi decides he does want those super missiles. And in Very Randomizer, that block there is not a bomb block, it's a shot block. So Nevdi able to just shoot it out and come at it from the other side. Diddy very smoothly sparks right on out of Dragon's Lair. But unfortunately, even though the wrecked ship, the boss at the wrecked ship location is dead, it's not Fantoon. So the ship is still powerless.
Yep, so none of these checks are open. Still going to check. Spooky missiles.
Yep, knows that he could still run into Ridley at one of these checks, and so is probably going to be looking for that ammo hunt still.
Oh, and look who Nevdi has found. After watching Diddy give that 8 shot of plasma to poor Croc last round. Croc
Yeah,
is
so
getting messed up here by Nevdi.
yeah, but we know that whatever's behind Croc isn't necessarily logical yet, because our runners haven't found Charge Beam. And it's only the one major here, so an interesting play by Nevdi. We'll see if it pans out.
Yeah, this area is takes a decent amount of time to traverse, so it could be something as big as Charge. It could be something as minuscule as just bombs. So we will find out how this turns out.
The one thing it can't be Charge. Croc is gated by Charge, so
okay.
Not going to be the Charge Beam. And it looks like we are joined by Steffi. Welcome to the comms booth.
Hey, what's up? Count Cranberry and Vincent RTA.
We have
holding it down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. When someone's charging a hopeful PB run or close to it, there's no way we're gonna say, hey, stop and come do this thing. No, absolutely. I think especially this community will respect that difficulty of trying to make that happen.
True. That, and I just wanted to steal Nevdi's shine. I'm just kidding. Good luck to both runners. Hope you all have been enjoying the content, what they're putting out right now.
Yep, we've had some good divergence, and I will let Vincent fill you in, give you the recap, and bow out. You guys have a great night. SpeedGaming, have a great night, and enjoy the rest of the match.
So, Steffi, just to catch you up real quick, in the first race, Nevdi took it by about 8 minutes. It was week 7 settings chosen by Diddy. Nevdi deferred his pick to this round, choosing choosing the week 6 settings of Chozo, Light Area, and Boss Shuffle. As you can see, we're 17 minutes in. Players both went a pretty major route divergence. They were pretty close initially, but now quite a bit different places in the game. Diddy does have one boss down, but we'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah, this is... So, Diddy chose these settings? You said it, right? Let's see.
Diddy chose week 7, the full countdown, full random everything, and Nevdi won that race, and then Nevdi chose these settings.
I see. Got it. Okay. Yeah.
So Nevdi, being the higher seed, deferred.
Got it. Well, thank you for that quick powwow. It makes sense why Nevdi chose these settings then, because there's enough variance, to kind of like throw. Because I don't know how you feel about, when it comes to making decisions in randomizers, but I feel like what Nevdi's trying to play at here, so to speak, is the light area throws enough variance, to just kind of like throw Diddy a little bit, out of out of the loop, and it's still linear enough for Nevdi to just kind of be able to, I don't know, navigate without having to think too much. I don't mean that in like in an offensive way, unless he wants to take it that way, then so be it. But what I'm trying to get at is because of light area, how it works, it is kind of like just finding the right warps that will kind of lead to play into a vanilla, I don't know, routing.
Ooh, Diddy finds Diddy, who had killed Dragon, gets down here to Plasma, and only finds a reserve tank, so really not exciting. Meanwhile, Nevdi has found Charge Beam at Speed.
Oh, this is no. Okay, so it can get problematic when you're stuck there. What was Diddy's last save?
I have no idea what Diddy was trying to do.
Diddy was trying to short charge. Because when you're in Plasma, the only thing that can kill him is either Plasma, and that's
okay.
without so the only things that can kill those particular space pirates are Plasma, and that's regular Plasma shots, not even charged Plasma shots, because they'll just block them. Screw attack, and of course the speed booster echoes.
Well, and the charged charged attack jump will do it as well. But yeah.
Oh, the pseudo screw. Yep.
Yeah, the pseudo screw. Yep.
Yeah. So it's all of that. It's so unfortunate. I don't know how far back that might have placed Diddy, but maybe he'll opt for a different pathing at this point.
This is pretty far back, because now he's got to go back in, and he's going back and doing this Dragon fight again. This is a huge setback in time. This is before you got on comms setback.
I see. So
I think you were still on Mother Brain when this happened.
Trust me, I don't even have a brain at this point. I've just how thrown off I am trying to keep up right now. But Nevdi, it always surprises me how these rando settings kind of delay the boss fights. It's cool that Diddy's prioritizing them like fairly early.
I think, I mean, if you can agree or disagree, I think some of that has to do with just the fear of running into Ridley too early and knowing you're gonna have to reset out of that fight. Like, I know that's why a lot of people avoided Rex ship in some of the weeks, because it's like there's no payoff if that's Ridley.
Yeah, no, it's a real risk, especially when the stakes are high. This is playoffs, this is actual top 16, trying to bust into top 8.
Yes, and and Nevdi finds the back of Lower Norfair. Big find there.
Okay, we'll see here. Probably a quick dispatch of you know what really gets to me right now is that sadly Diddy's been having a little bit of an issue being able to get those short charges off.
Someone in chat is mentioning this, tilting. The first time Diddy was in this fight, there were no problems. So I have a feeling Diddy's trying to mentally recover from that death he took in the last month.
For sure, it's a rough one.
There we go.
Thank goodness.
Amen.
Meanwhile, Nevdi is actually finally looking to prioritize a boss fight here, which is it could be
anyone but Dragon.
right. So, what do you think? Do you think Nevdi would commit to the Ridley fight should he find it behind the store?
With that ammo loadout, ammo loadout maybe, but with no Varia, that's really tight.
I think by the looks of it, he'll definitely go for it.
I agree with Zeb here. He'll give it one shot if it's Ridley. I think he's gonna go back
a few
and
more.
Yep.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Load up all the way. Yep. I think that just told us that if it is Ridley, Nevdi is going to give it at least one try.
Watch this be Kraid. Oh, good guess here. It is Ridley. So this is what we wanted. Awesome. I do want to point out something subtle. Nevdi did a really, really stellar job of being able to get Ridley to turn around.
Look at this.
It's going to be a really good fight. Nice job, Nevdi. Round. Are you kidding me?
That was seriously textbook. That just perfect. Wow. That might be one of the better Ridley fights I've ever seen, regardless of format.
And screw attack right there. Oh my gosh.
Wow. And this is why Nevdi is a 7-0 coming into this week. Our number one seed. When you can execute like that, that's amazing. And the biggest key here is Nevdi doesn't have to turn around and come back into this area now. Nevdi's done with this area. Doesn't have to look at it again. Doesn't have to look at Ridley's stupid face again. Just gets to finish this, to keep moving forward.
Yeah, what a tryhard. I get this is the spirit of competition, but I mean, save a couple of wins for the rest of the participants, he's hogging them all up.
Does go back for the refill, which I agree with. After that fight, doesn't want to take any chances. Also makes everything coming after this a lot easier.
I think mainly it's because I would say, yeah, definitely agree with the refill. Simply because he has to be feeling really good about that Ridley fight. He knows that it's most likely, if Diddy made the same choices as Nevdi at this point, I'm pretty sure he has in his mind that Diddy would nope out of that same situation, or probably gives it a shot, but it's not an easy fight.
Not by any stretch of the imagination. And he also, I think he knew this hell run was coming up, so needed that refill.
Should Nevdi find any more E-tanks? I don't know how he feels about... Yeah, I don't know how he feels about that exactly. Looks like he's good, though.
I think he'd want one more super pack.
Ooh, yeah. I guess...
Because he doesn't currently have Crystal... He doesn't have Crystal Flash without another super pack.
Honestly, since he did skip that super pack, that was just it was right in the way. I don't think he's gonna be going for a Varioless Lower Norfair. It's just much too risky. I think he feels very, very positive about his decisions, about his execution.
And let me correct. I meant Power Bomb pack, because he's only got 10 Power Bombs.
Alright, true that. Yeah, then all the more reason then.
I mean, it's very possible if he did have enough Power Bombs, he might have gone for it there.
Yeah, I mean, he does have grapple too, so... I don't know. Lower Norfair without Varia always scares me, so...
Well, and Lower Norfair without High jump is always a little bit harder too. Like, oh, it's a scary area. Just checking these transitions real quick.
Yeah.
I agree with this. More information is good.
I mean, better that way.
Top of Red Tower.
Looks like it's East Meridia.
Oh, yes. Okay. Now with gravity. Can manipulate this.
And Diddy right now has touched base here with Fantoon making first contact. I was saying that in the chat earlier. I never really knew like the lore according to the manual, you know, about what Fantoon is. But someone mentions like, you know, it's kind of interesting because they say that Fantoon is like a physical manifestation of like Mother Brain's dirty, filthy, evil subconscious or whatever, or consciousness rather.
Huh. Okay.
And I think it kind of makes sense because there's so much that kind of resembles Mother Brain. Like, first of all, Fantoon has a big, huge head, you know, to probably like cover that big brain. And then Mother Brain and Fantoon both have one eye, so it's like, I didn't really think about that, but that's kind of interesting.
Well, regardless, we see the Space Ghost go down. Manual says Fantoon is a ghost tapping into Mother Brain's brainwaves. Okay, so that could all like tie in all together.
I like that you mentioned Space Ghost because I'm like, wait, so then the Space Pirates are like Zorak, and then Brack is probably Crocomire.
All right, so Nevdi goes to Shack and is thoroughly disappointed just seeing an E-Tank there.
I mean, if you still have Lower Norfair to go,
You check it, yes, because you need that Vario.
I
So
mean,
really,
man.
if Diddy finds this Vario first, I mean, Diddy's a full boss ahead right now.
Yeah. But a charge beam down, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what
we
the
haven't
ammo's
seen-
looking like.
We haven't seen Diddy touch Bubble Mountain yet.
Depending on what side Diddy gets pooped out of, yeah, it's gonna be interesting how many checks deep that charge is gonna be. I guess it doesn't really matter. Nevdi's about to come up on.
This also gives
next
Nevdi
boss.
the advantage of Fantoon will be unlocked before Nevdi gets to wreck ship.
Nevdi was over here trying to like grapple Batu.
Diddy would be in much better shape with that charge having that X-ray, but has now faced both bosses that the X-ray would have been useful against. Right side E here in wreck ship, which is a is a Chozo statue.
There's
Ice beam.
ice.
Ice baby. All right.
I'm almost positive that if Nevdi ends up taking the same route that that Diddy took, might be making the same plays then.
But not vanilla ice today.
I think it will be fine. It should be okay. Yeah, so then it must mean that Vari is here, of course.
So Diddy's gonna be able to check these pretty quick. So we have right side supers, which is considered a Chozo statue because it's the Phantoon reward. We have the attic missiles that are the bowling missiles, right? That's the other location.
Yes. I'm curious here. Okay, so Diddy has no actual info on where Ridley is. So I really hope that I think he's gonna go back to try to like save. Or what do you think? Do you think he saves and scopes what boss it is? Or do you think he checks all of Rex's ship first? Well, you know, just the locations that he needs to. And then he goes to the boss.
I don't, I think maybe he just goes right to the boss because it's not Ridley. So he doesn't need that. He doesn't need the suit for that. So he can go kill any of the bosses without it and then check it after. I mean, if he comes in,
it's just he doesn't know. He doesn't know that it's not Ridley.
Nevdi?
No, Diddy.
Oh, Diddy. Yeah, that's right.
Because Nevdi already killed Ridley, so that's why I was just curious. Like, I wonder if Diddy would want to prioritize the boss first, and would like scope out the info. But no, Diddy's going in.
Nice attic by Diddy there. Committing to this bowling play. Diddy still has not seen that plasma beam or the charge.
No, not at all.
That's how crazy different the routes these runners have taken.
Curious now. I feel here. Oh my gosh, Diddy.
That was
ending with the nice health though.
Oof, that was close. Yes, nice health.
Nevdi
Nice.
here is gonna be picking up ice. Although, you know, if he can stop one rounding that one tile gap, nice job. I feel like Nevdi actually is in a position to just kind of rush the boss at like right now, and then clear out the rest of the other Chozo statue. And then lo and behold, this has to be it.
Yeah, this should definitely be Varia. No, it's high jump boots.
Oh. Okay.
Wow.
And maybe it's hidden behind. No. Because it's not a Chozo. That's not. Wait. Do boss? Oh my gosh, this is actually a hacker. Do boss items? Boss items are major,
Chozo.
right?
Yes, they're Chozo.
Okay. Or excuse me, Chozo
Which
items.
is why
Yes.
even those are just missiles that Nevdi just checked. Those are the logic missiles from the
Phantoon,
Chozo
of course.
statue.
Right. So, and for Nevdi, it could be that the boss is just holding the item, and this could save Nevdi a whole check over at the top of wreck ship, so we're about to find out. Diddy's actually not gonna go check the boss though. I really thought that he was gonna want some info. All right, the boss. Never mind. I forgot that Diddy already killed this boss. That's my fault.
Oh, in wreck ship? Yes.
Yeah, that's completely my fault.
Nevdi with that quick grapple kill. 2 matches in a row, or 2 games in a row with super quick grapple execution.
Huh. So yeah, I mean, what do you think Varia is then at this point?
You know, I don't know. You know, I don't know the all the Chozo locations all that well. That's something that I need to look a little bit deeper into, especially since I'm learning to speedrun this game. Well, run randomizers, but this, like, of the major locations I know, I'm not sure where these are.
Yeah, this is kind of strange. So surprised that Nevdi wasn't screwing around with those enemies.
Well, Nevdi also just no-sir'd that poor X-ray. Saw it and just said, nope, not today, Satan.
Yeah, which is probably the objectively correct decision.
Oh, and look, Diddy's gonna go get disappointed, as we often are.
Oh no!
Oh, trying to go for this ice clip.
Shot the little platform, so ended up losing what he was gonna need in order to clip into Shaktul.
This is a time that
No, they all fell again. It's actually annoying.
When I watch 100% and see the top runners, the way they clip this room so fast, it's insane. There we go. No problem with that this time.
Now the real issue is just this. Well, Diddy does have X-ray, and I think that does help. Oh, that looks good. Yep, nice job. First try, Diddy. I'll count that as first try.
First try in the actual clip, yes. 100% first try in the actual clip. Unfortunately, I'm gonna get a nice little break here as our friend Shaktul is gonna open this up, but only gonna see that sad trash can back there. No, sad extra E-tank back there. Which at 4 E-tanks, Diddy might pick up. As that spring ball, best ball, be able to navigate that a little bit easier. Does he aggro the turtle? Does not aggro the turtle. It's like a couple frame saber.
Yeah, Nevdi, where is your Varia savior now?
I have seen Diddy take a couple of hate shots on items that he's not been happy to see in locations. Last game took a charged plasma shot at poor Croc, just seeing that Croc hit a transition.
Oh. Don't want to mash in that sand.
It's out.
Yeah, if you mash while you're in the sand, you're gonna make yourself sink quicker.
Well, thankfully, having those high jump boots.
Alright, Nevdi. So what we find here.
This has got to be it, right? Like, there it is.
Yep. So this is officially go mode. No need for any risky lower Norfair
No, this is
shenanigans.
This is just straight rush to that final boss, and it's Kraid, so it's the fastest kill possible. Nice execution back. Now you're just going to see your speed of execution of Nevdi's all the way through till the end of the seed.
Yeah. It would really be great if Nevdi ended up finding Spring Ball. Just really optimize that movement. But Nevdi's, already en route for that last boss and in a really good position.
I don't think Nevdi checks anything else here unless it's literally in his path.
Yeah, there's no need. There's nothing else that he wants. He has all the beams, which might sound like I'm saying a good thing, but it kind of isn't because you got Spazer. So, like, what matters is that he has all the other beams except Spazer. So that's what matters. So Nevdi did heck up in that regard. Should have calculated it a little better.
I think we're seeing a more than route choice, also just the execution difference right now. You know, the fact that Nevdi has full beam combo, has both suits, and just a commanding lead at this point.
Again, I don't doubt that Nevdi has to feel really good about his situation. That Ridley fight was a huge power play, so... Ooh!
That really fight, that's one of the better I've seen executed, regardless of format. Like, whether you're talking Hundo or any randomizer, that was amazingly well. You know, like, the control of Ridley's pogo is insane. Why is Nevdi going back here?
Power bombs. He needs to farm power bombs because otherwise he will not be able to proceed.
So he's going back to farm fire.
If he committed to that, he would have soft logged, and it would have been a really bad situation.
So good catch, and goes back to the best place to farm power bombs.
I was about to say, if this was another powerbomb pack, that would have been grand to see. Also, Diddy should be finding Varia.
He's about to find Varia, yes.
Also, amazing jump right there for Diddy. Ooh.
Those high jump boots. Yeah, I'm not sure how far back Nevdi's save would have been, but that could have changed everything.
Knowing Nevdi, he's probably save stating like throughout the entire race, so he would just probably like load up some random save state. Which is foolproof, honestly. It's the way to approach it. It's probably better off that way. I think that's how he wins his races. I don't know. There's some formula, something that Nevdi has unlocked that just you and I and anyone else in chat has just not tapped into, as just mere mortal people.
So we can agree that of the vanilla runners, Zost, Zenny, Oats and Goats and Behe are the top 4. You look at all the categories, they own enough of they're in the top 4 in most of them. They're 4 of the best runners on the planet. I asked Zenny, what are the things that if I want to get into speedrunning, I should work on? Standard movement was the first one, just so that, move comfortable with all the movement. The second one was boss fights, which really this was a little bit slower quick kill for Nevdi than probably normal. That took like an extra level of execution. But think about that Dragon quick grapple. Think about that super fast Ridley kill. Kraid quick kill happening, and Fantoon was a very short fight. Like, boss execution can make minutes of difference.
Yeah, it most definitely can.
Plus, Nevdi's movement has been stellar. Here comes this clip. Yep. And now
Nevdi's doing anything in his power right now to just kind of preserve power bombs, just to not risk soft locking. Like ammo management is so important in Randomizer, especially when you don't have bombs. And if you only have power bombs, of course you only give it a limited amount, depending on the number of packs that you happen to find. And Nevdi's just playing it extra safe.
Diddy's now in a finally found Upper Norfair.
Yeah.
Key Hunter's just getting manhandled by that nice space jump and screw attack together. It can be very annoying without those things, even for the best of runners. But now Nevdi is in the sprint to the finale, trying to finish this seed off and move on to the top 8.
Yeah, it's just gonna beeline it over to. Oh yeah, Diddy, you want that? Want that E-tank? E-tanks are good for you. Vitamin E, I've heard.
Vitamin E, yes. Lots of E.
So, have the runners seen Torian? Know where it might be located? Oh, I guess it's light area. Never mind. It's
Yep,
just
it's
somewhere
back
close
from
to-
criteria. Yep.
Right.
Might be moat transition, because I don't think we've seen that one yet. Like, it's... Oh, no, moat transition was vanilla wreck ship. Sorry. So it's meme route? Because we haven't seen that yet.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have power bombs earlier to check meme route.
That one's an actual... Oh, nice. Nice, Nevdi. Utilizing those missiles. Doing spectacular right there. Incredible movement. And yeah, this is gonna be Torian right now. unless for whatever reason Nevdi happens to die to these big hoppers. It would be very unfortunate, and none of us want that to happen, right? So technically, he didn't
Never,
let it
never,
happen.
never.
Yeah. They really like this loadout for Nevdi.
Diddy did not check speed, so it does not have that charge.
Yeah, I would imagine maybe Diddy's trying to kind of bank on finding charge around here because
Maybe trying to see if charge is behind Ridley.
but it couldn't be, right? Because that's just the logic.
Oh yeah. Well. Oh yeah. No, it can't be. You're right, because we wouldn't have enough ammo to kill Ridley otherwise.
Right. I mean, I learned that. At least I'm pretty sure I learned it at this point, because I kept making that mistake.
Zeb pointed out in chat that Nevdi would have been bailed out by power bombs of shame.
Oh, look at that! I think just Super Metroid randomizers just submit to Nevdi every single time.
And Diddy did just pull off an uncharged microwave on the pirates. That was pretty awesome. Oh, Diddy doesn't know this isn't Ridley.
Yeah. He doesn't, which is fine. He's just gonna have to end up. He's just gonna farm up all the way just to be on the safe side. Because I guess at the end of the day, what matters is that he's able to kill the boss.
Yeah, especially like, and again, if you had that charge beam, it would be an issue because it would be charge plasma and would be able to fire right through.
Right. Just 5 more.
And
I mean, and that's for, a very comfy fight using supers. I mean, we know this isn't Ridley, but
yeah,
even so.
I'm gonna go in now. Evan's gonna see a very easy crate.
Diddy just wants. Ow. Really good
Jumping
knee.
right in. I've done this before. Just rode the chest, taking trade right to prom.
Yeah, I think the best part is when you deboost into Crane.
I think honestly that's just some anger from Diddy, just finding that this is Kraid after that farming
Yeah,
and
it's
getting
not.
rewarded with just bombs.
Surprised Diddy didn't shoot any supers onto that bombs pickup.
I'm almost wondering if at this point Diddy knows, because of how the routings went and how things went, if maybe Diddy knows how far behind he is.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I'm pretty sure if anyone ever takes a death in a rando race, it's pretty likely they'll be feeling quite behind.
I have seen plenty of seeds where 2 of the bosses are swapped and then 2 of the bosses are vanilla. That happens actually quite often. chat was mentioning that it would have required Kraid and Ridley to be vanilla. That actually happens a decent amount. Actually, what I've seen more of is that Kraid and Ridley are swapped, but Dragon and Fantoon are vanilla. That actually happened quite a bit during the weeks of Swiss.
Did it with the reverse amphitheater dive. Nothing dangerous here.
Nope, and Nevdi is about to make this escape for the second time tonight. Has speed for both runs.
Yeah. Less than a minute to go for Nevdi here. At least that's what it tends to feel like.
A little bit more than that now, taking a couple of these hits.
Darn it, Nevdi.
The last moonfall of the game. And will we see a vertical or Behe spark?
I think we'll see a Nevdi spark.
There's the Behe spark.
But solid escape.
Almost perfect parlay where it's just one little hiccup there. Coming out on a criteria surface, jumping up onto that ship and finishing in first place with a final race time GG of 1:01.06. Guys, go ahead and give some GGs in chat for Nevdi. 2 solid races from Nevdi tonight.
Yeah, GG Nevdi. Congrats on being the victor yet again. Must be nice to never lose. Please come down from your kingdom up in the sky and grace us with your omnipresence. Please.
We'll see if we can get Nevdi into chat. Talk about the race tonight.
Yeah, let's get him into chat. Not the booth. Because quite honestly, I don't want to hear from Nevdi. I want to read his words, but not hear him. I'm joking. He has plenty to say. He's a very fine fellow.
There's absolutely nothing for Diddy to be ashamed of. His runs, they were both very good. But we are now joined by Nevdi. Nevdi, GG.
GG, thank you.
I gotta say that Ridley fight was just amazing.
Thanks. Yeah, it's pretty good. I've been practicing that with trying to like keep items on and stuff, like keeping the speed booster on and everything. So it worked out well. It was good. Didn't feel good at the time because it didn't really help me, but it was nice to have done it, I guess.
Yeah, no, stellar job. Nevdi, like
Effie, thanks for staying up, you guys. And I know it's super early, so it's cool that you guys are here. This is nighttime for me, so it's normal, but I do appreciate it.
Look at that.
It's one of those things. We look at the community, and is it going to make for a longer day tomorrow? Yes, and actually, both Stephanie and I are running around and doing comms in the early afternoon for us. It's where I'm at, it's 4:49 in the morning, about to be 5, but we'll be back on in about 7 hours. But totally worth it.
I'm worth changing your entire schedule for you guys. I understand that.
This is exactly why I didn't want him to jump into the booth.
A big part of it for me was looking at every one of these races deserves to be covered, and I didn't know how many people were going to be willing to stay up late, and it was worth it. And I got to see 2 back-to-back great runs. Diddy put up some strong competition. This one just, I don't know. How did you feel about the two different seeds tonight?
First seed was really fun. Like, I had a lot of fun with that first seed. It was awesome. It felt pretty good. There was a lower Norfair early play that would probably god route it and beat it, but it was very unlikely. So I felt really comfortable and I loved it. This second seed, I need to shape up because this was really bad for me. Three things I guess we can touch briefly on. I think everyone, especially Zeb, will know. I didn't go for early X-ray, and I'm okay with that because I need a backup for it. I need like a little bombs because I'm just a simple boy. But I should have rerouted it back in when I came back to the tower, and I'm kind of annoyed at myself for that. Looks like it didn't matter in the end, but that was the other thing. The other thing I should have done was just run lower Norfair suitless. I just had to find a PB pack and do it, but I also cowardly left that too. So this was a cowardly victory. I'll take it, but I'm not happy with it.
Yeah, like what changed in between, the Swiss rounds being like the incredible, bold, brave, courageous, valiant runner that we came to know as Nevdi? What changed? Why are we now witnessing the downfall?
Just the end. This is. I've peaked already. This is all downhill. This is the.
Honestly, though, I mean, everyone right now that's still left in this quote unquote Squid Game is out for your maybe Fantoon game, I should say. That's a better Squid to reference. Is coming for that crown of yours. I don't see you losing it. I'm not gonna lie. It pains me to say that a lot more than you think. Just kidding. But yeah, like you've been really just rocking it.
Thanks, Sophie. It's been feeling good. Like overall as a whole, it's okay. To answer seriously though, I did metagame this one a lot. I was up a game. I was under game 2, and I just felt like I didn't need to do anything crazy. Just I didn't think Diddy was going to early X-ray, so I didn't. So I played. I won't keep playing like this all the time. I'm going to have to adjust it up because it's what I'm going to have to do to win it, or keep winning.
Exactly.
What can you tell me about your choice to defer the round 1 pick to Diddy?
I think it's just better mentally to defer. I think. I don't think there's any benefit of picking first. Maybe there is. Like we've had a debate and chat about this in my Discord. But I think that there's just so much less pressure on me if I defer, because I could just run into a week I like anyway. And if I lose, I'm not off to a bad start. I'm like, oh, whatever, I deferred. It's not my week anyway. I'm fine, and I can go into game 2, no worries. But if I win, suddenly it feels even better that I've won the week that's not mine. So long about way answer is it's a mental decision for me to defer. It just sets me up for full series.
That's kind of what I figured. I liked the idea because then if you for the exact reasons you said, because if you get the round 1 win, then it's an even bigger advantage because then you get to choose something that I assume you chose this because it's a little bit more linear and it kind of plays to your strengths, your movement and your boss fights.
Yeah, the boss rando is an advantage I wanted to use, so I wanted to make sure I was picking a boss rando week, and yeah, Chozo's just, I understand it, I like it. Just worked well. I've still got other weeks, not to give secrets away, but there's weeks I like way more that I'm saving for later.
Oh, look at that. Oh, what is this? Are you...
Well, the way it's structured, you can't pick again, so that's another reason to defer. You can throw a week away in game 2 potentially, because I like weeks better than this, so it just sets up the rest of it well too. I'm still really scared of Diddy, and I didn't pick there's weeks that I hate worse than this, so I had to find a happy middle ground because I just straight up could easily lose certain weeks to Diddy. I didn't pick that.
That's a very strong points you make there, and hopefully nobody leaks your plans on how you plan on like to take this whole tournament.
I don't know what I'm doing. That's the secret. I don't know how I'm
Figured
still
it's
here.
my
I don't know what the hell's going on.
If anything, I was actually pretty curious about like, yeah, these particular settings, and I mean, you went into detail about them. I figured because you also mentioned that you were metagaming, the reason you chose these settings is because I felt like it kind of made sense that you can have like this sort of like advantage on Diddy in a way. Like, did you feel like there was some things that you shine about? Like, I guess shine?
Yeah. I think probably there's a few things probably, but the main thing is the boss. I mean, loadout. Like I can do a lot of bosses on different loadouts. That well, I guess one of them came up here in this instance, a low Ridley fight, but escaping Dragon as well. That came up in the game one. So as long as it was a boss rando, that was the main meta game. Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I didn't like want to say that to like get you to leak everything, you know, behind your planning, obviously. So I'm sorry if it came off that way, but yeah.
Nevdi, what are you doing next week?
So speaking of next week, Nevdi, next week you're going to be facing off of the. You're going to be facing bonus 36. Are you? What's your thought about that matchup going into the top 4?
I can't say too many things
top
because it's
8, sorry.
leaking. But
Okay.
Bonus is really impressing me so much this tournament. I think he's doing really well. He's popping up really good times in the async weeks as well that have beaten me. He's become a really, really good rando player, and I'm really happy for him to have made that top 8. It's just a shame that he's going to lose next week and I have to go forward. But that's just how it is.
Bonus probably just woke up right now.
It hurts so much.
Bonus just woke up right now in the middle of like having like
to make sure that gets
these
that gets
sweats.
leaked. At least that gets leaked to Bonus.
Woke up with these sweats hotter than Australia.
I start talking, I can't stop myself. You're a bad influence, Sophie. It's terrible. But no, I'm really looking forward to a bonus matchup. I think he's very good. I agreed heaps with him in week 1, or rather the beef robber match. So that is scary to me that he's going to play properly, quotations, you know, or a really good way. So yeah, looking forward to it for sure.
Agree or disagree? The general quality of runners over the last 2 years has massively increased.
Oh, it's crazy. These settings are absurd. Like, these settings are so difficult, and we got 82 people in doing it. It's insane. Everyone's okay. Sorry, not to go focus on too much in the past, but Crystal Flashly, Sephi pulled it out in a very classic match against White Mage Becky, and it was the biggest thing ever. Everyone's like, oh my god, no way, it's sick. Now like everyone in the top 16's doing it. The shift of the skill has come so far of what people are willing to do and what they can achieve in this game. Like Simo's doing all these baby skips with no items. Zeb's doing like it's just expected. It's I could go on about it, but it's really cool to see everyone playing so well now. They always were, but it's just shifted to that next level.
Yeah, I think my favorite story is hearing how Zeb tried to teach you the speed booster into Old Mother Brain Room, and you took like 20 minutes.
I think it was like 40 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Long time. And he did it like 7 times while I was sitting there waiting, and it made me feel really bad.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you're right though. Like, I really am a fan of how far everyone's kind of been coming along. You know, really getting into these randomizers, and I think a lot of people have spoken up and said that yeah, they prefer now having or throwing the area settings, the area randomizer settings into the mix, because that just makes it for a much more exciting game.
Yeah, I think it's really balanced. Like, we throw out a lot of coin tosses. Vanilla map has a few too many coin tosses, which can feel bad, but area does balance it out. So everyone's really excited. A lot of people are really excited with these settings. And, very difficult to do, but it's just cool. We have so many willing to. This top 16 this year is insane. I think there's probably 16 other people easily that could have been in here as well, but maybe just a bad off week or a bad just unlucky seed, one or two or whatever. Feeling very lucky to have been or to be in this rank.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it, Nevdi. I get it. You're
Just
flexing on me.
I'm just tiptoeing.
I like how you just sugarcoat it every single time, man. But it's weird because sugar is bad for you in like high doses. So please be careful because I'm about to. I'm joking. Yeah, I mean, like you said, yeah, everyone really, raced their buttocks off, and honestly, the top 16 that got to compete or are obviously still competing, well deserved, well merited. I'm so happy for them. I'm happy for you, happy for everyone that got a chance. Holy moly, you were all, really cracked at this.
It's good fun. I love watching it too. I'm usually out by this point, so this is a new experience for me to be along with it. But I'm even if I'm knocked out, I've had a great time. I loved it, and it's good to watch everyone play out of their minds.
I agree. It's this has been one of the funner tournaments that I've covered in a long time. I covered the Hundo tournament a couple of years ago, but really that's the names you expected to be at the top of that ended up at the top of that. For this, it's like you're not sure what's going to happen because of the randomness and how things are going to turn out, and it's been an absolute blast watching this tournament go through week after week after week.
It's gonna be sad when it's over. Cherish all these last moments. Enjoy every race. Live for this stuff. So I was gonna leave, but I might just wait here now for Diddy, we were the last remaining non-Americans representing. So it's very unfortunate we got it so early because I think I might be delayed.
Teensy bit. Yeah, these darn Americans, I swear to goodness gracious, they just make everything about them. We gotta operate on their time, and it's honestly, I'm fed up. I've had enough.
I'm really good with EST time.
Nevdi, where is your time zone?
Australia, GMT 10. Plus 10. I'm very far in the future.
Plus 10, okay. I'm -6, so yeah, we are a distance.
-6? Yeah, that's definitely something that you want to see on your splits. Plus 10, I don't know about that. I'm sorry, Nevdi. But lo and behold, Diddy has finished with a time.
Chat for Diddy. Official race time GG of 1:17:43.
GG Diddy.
And yes, as Sephi types that into chat, please give these runners a follow. They both gave us good runs tonight. Unfortunately, this ends Diddy's run in this tournament, but making this top 16 was an accomplishment for sure. It was not an easy tournament to top 16. And Nevdi will obviously be moving on to the top 8 next week. And we're going to be now joined by Diddy.
Hey Diddy.
GG.
GG.
Diddy, I saw that frustration in that the first race when you took that hate shot out on Croc with the plasma charge.
Yeah. Poor Croc. But yeah. It
I know
would
you're-
have been way nicer if Torian was there. I was also kind of pissed at myself. I didn't check the tube earlier, but whatever.
Okay, Diddy. I'm just gonna. We can just stop, beating around the bush. How much do you hate Nevdi right now? And be honest, and say that, without any influence on your person. What do
Why
you
would
think?
I hate Navy? It was a good match, and it was
See, we
a
not
great
Americans
best.
stick together. We stick together, Sophie. See, we got it. The last.
Hate is something we're
last
better
hope.
at here in the States. So
No, you see, that's what I was trying to do. I was working that reverse psychology. We got a
Although that-
wholesome answer.
although
Aw.
that charge shot that
Oh.
Croc took was pretty. That was some anger.
I think we both last location. I'm guessing the
Yes.
suits in both matches. So
Yep.
we both last location both matches. Wow.
Oh,
That's impressive.
I don't know if it was last location, but it probably was the only location that didn't require L-run. So
Oh.
yeah, pretty much last.
Yeah. That didn't require the hell run. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Varia location was
Mostly-
a little rough.
yeah.
Without being, if you're not super comfortable with that early X-ray, that's even worse.
Yeah, and Grapple, I don't even know where Grapple was. Probably deep somewhere probably in warehouse.
Croc.
But
I think.
Cred was. Yeah, Grapple was Vanilla. Yeah, I remember. And Space Jump. Yeah, Internet Way was Space Jump in Business Center into X-ray, I think. But yeah, once you
yeah,
are in.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. I was really worried that you were going to go back up, or even after you finished the Norfair stuff, go back to that red tower. Whereas I went all the way through Meridia, all through X ship, full cleared, and then finally landed on the red tower check. But I guess we did the same. I have to watch it back and see, but
Yeah,
Nothing-
I didn't even go north. Well, I went red ship really early on. Never even check any spot in red tower, and got dragon. Then head up to Maridia, and died trying to escape
Yeah.
plasma location.
Yeah, that was actually really rough. That broke my heart.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I had saved. I forgot to save in Wreck Ship after killing Dragon, so I was like, oh, that's no problem, I'm gonna save in Aqueduct. And then I forgot to save in Aqueduct when I was there, and died at Plasma. That would have been less of a time loss if I could start back from Aqueduct.
Right, yeah, I would have saved you a fair amount of time, and I don't know. Taking that death, it's really it hurts. It's just especially when short charging just isn't happening. Because I know you can bust it out, but for whatever reason, it just wasn't happening.
Yeah, it was a timing and damage boost. I haven't practiced that trick in a while, and I probably should have waited for the pirate to shoot me and then start charging. I often took 2 hits for once and didn't even manage to have enough frames to charge up the spark. So I could have do that better.
All right.
Oh, well, I might head off and have some dinner, but I just really wanted to say again, GG Diddy. Talk 16's awesome. I was worried with this match. I'm really happy we got to have one. We got to battle it out in a good time zone for me. I really like not playing in the morning, so this feels weird to me. So I appreciate that as a nighttime match. And again, and on that note, you guys as well for staying up and giving us comms and a restream. I did think it was maybe going to go undone due to the time, so it means a lot that it was managed to make it happen. So thank you everyone that was involved. And
This was your way to take a shot at us Americans and make a stab. No, it's
damn, I missed it. Thanks, guys.
no, it's we're more than happy to cover this. We got to see a great race, and everyone in chat got to watch a great race tonight as well. Appreciate both of your runners. Diddy, do you have any last thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I made it to top 16, so I'm happy with my tournament. I want to say good luck with Nevdi. Gonna play against, I don't know who won again, between Beef Robber and Bonus, so
Bonus
good
36.
luck. Yeah.
Bonus took that win. But yeah, Diddy,
Right.
we were talking with Nevdi before, and we were talking about the quality of the runners, and really making this top 16 was definitely a huge accomplishment. So congrats to you on that, and hope to see you in future races.
Yeah.
Sure.
GG. Congrats again, making it. Enjoy Din Din. Enjoy the rest of your days. And yeah, also big shout outs to Count Cranberry who was able to fill in. Thank you. Thank you to Cap Stack, by the way, on the tracker. And of course, yeah, go ahead, Vincent. Go ahead and close this out. It's been fun.
All right. Well, tonight for my first race co-com of Count Cranberry and this race co-com of Seppi, I'd like to thank you all for watching the race tonight. For Diddy and Nevdi for giving us a great race tonight. Stack again for tracking. Trackers are really the biggest hero in everything that's going on in these races, and we really appreciate them. The next race in this tournament will be between Farfaloo and Sloters, which is at 12:10 p.m. Eastern, and will be commentated by some familiar voices. So I will see you guys then, and hope you guys check that out. We also have another race tomorrow evening between Kip and Ace Zero. So 2 big races tomorrow, and then 2 more big races on Sunday of Asder and Bressingham, and MM2 Cartridge versus Derp. So come on, check us out, get some sleep, and we'll see you guys next mission.